Good morning, everyone. It's Michelle. Welcome back. Yes, I'm still here. So I thought I'd pop back on for a bit of a life update to let you know what's been going on lately, both good and bad. Because you know you have to take the bad with the good, but you want to take the good with the bad. So anyway, we'll start out with how things are going around here as we're still trying to merge two households into one, plus grandmother next door. So it's still a work in progress. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I tend to be more of a minimalist, quiet, need a relaxing environment, helps control my OCD. I have a lot of rules for myself. And moving in here, it's the exact opposite. There's too much stuff for someone like me. Always constant noise. It's still very difficult for me to adjust mentally and emotionally. But, you know, I'm doing the best I can. Right now, I'm in my room. The door's closed. I have a salt lamp on. I have Zen music playing in the background. If you can see, the windows are open. Trying to create that, at least to keep my space up here as an area of total peace. I hung palm trees on the walls in a log home. I just don't care. I need palm trees because I miss Florida. So I know it doesn't go, but I just need things around me that I love. So that's one of the things I decided. You know, I'm putting things I love around me, keeping it at a bare minimum, obviously. So yeah, I'm still trying to adjust mentally and emotionally. Physically, well, let's just say holy shit is all I can really say. Mike and I have been working our tails off. This property hasn't really been maintained properly for years. I have raked for almost every day for a week, just digging up like old leaves that are embedded down in the grass and sticks that you can't run over this stuff with the mower. I mean, yeah, you could probably mulch up the leaves, but we want to be able to spread grass seed. We want to be able to put stuff on the lawn to deter bugs because, again, this is a termite heaven around here. And you let all that stuff just keep getting down into the grass and staying down there. You can't spread stuff on top of it. It's pointless. So we've been raking and raking and raking. I have 1 blister, 2 blisters, 3 blisters, 4 blisters, 5 blisters. 5 blisters from raking. And I'd put gloves on, and as they would start to scab over, the gloves just tear the scabs right off. It's just been hell on my body. My shoulder has been holding up through all the raking. Despite I'm still in that first year of recovery of surgery. It's been holding up, but the neck starts to burn toward the end of the day, and then I lose feeling in my right hand by the end of the day. So we are soon done. We got the whole lawn finally raked. So Mike was able to mow on Saturday, and now we have stone areas that need raked. So we're going to work on that tonight. I'll just be so happy when the damn raking's done around here. You have no idea. We have the basement pretty much cleaned up. Mike still has to put the daybed together for when kids come to visit so that it can pool out into a king-size bed for them. And then the basement's pretty much done. Mom is still working on her bedroom. It's still not good. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty good. As far as getting things organized. The garage is a huge work in progress. Mike has been steadily getting junk hauled away. Just junk. My stepdad was a bit of a hoarder. And not to mention the stuff that mice and snakes have ruined in the garage because it's been left go. So it's been a long road for him so far, but he's gotten rid of a lot. He has some shelves built. So he's starting to finally get our stuff that we brought up with us put away and organized. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. So that's how the update's going around the house. As far as me physically, still going strong with the lifestyle change in how I eat. Still no meat with the exception of the occasional fish or seafood. Still no dairy. Now I know that every once in a while dairy kind of sneaks in, and like if you're out in a restaurant and I just have learned to deal with it. I don't consume dairy here in the house. But for example, a friend of mine and I went out last Thursday night and I got a Caesar salad with dressing on the side. Well, the Caesar salad came with some grated Parmesan, and I know that Caesar dressing does have anchovies in it, but that's okay for me because I'm eating fish. So I know, again, that I did have a little bit of dairy with the Caesar salad, and then I got grilled shrimp on the top. So the eating in the restaurants is probably the most difficult part. We went out with other friends on Friday night, and we're in it's a private club. So the food's just your typical, it's not a chef, it's just short order cooks back there, food. So I knew I wanted some kind of fish or seafood. So I had the choice of, do I do the broiled haddock that's going to be broiled in butter, or do I do the fried haddock that's going to be fried in oil? So those kind of decisions I'm still making when I'm in a restaurant. I opted for the broiled because broiled's always going to be better than fried, even if it was broiled in butter. But I do have to say it was very little on my broiler pan. It was nothing floating on there. So, and my salad did have some shredded cheddar on it. They didn't describe the salad in the menu, so I didn't know it was going to come with cheese. I ate the little bit of cheddar. Again, I don't think that every once in a blue moon like that tiny little bit of dairy is going to hurt me. But as far as here at home, I'm really sticking strong to my current food choices, and I am feeling terrific. Like I've never, that I can remember in my adult life, had this much energy, and I think that's what's keeping me going with all of the work that we do at night as soon as Mike gets home, and I'm even doing work during the day around here. I'm just constant go, go, go. I don't really sit and do anything that is like sitting for a long period. And the one thing I did notice is, excuse me, we had company yesterday. It was Easter Sunday, and one of my cousins and his wife and their kids came up to visit. So Saturdays and Sundays I don't work out. I don't go to the gym. They're my days off. I'm in the gym Monday through Friday. So yesterday I went to church with Mom. So I sat in church. Other than the up and down a little bit in church, I'm sitting. Then when I did make dinner and stuff, so I was up moving around obviously, but then when my cousin and his wife got here, we sat around the table for several hours. When they finally left and I was up finally moving around again, I noticed hip pain. And then I had trouble sleeping last night because of pain in my hips. And I think it's just that I'm now used to my body constantly moving, that sitting in that hard chair for hours, my body was like, what are you doing to me? And it reacted. Kind of like the way it used to be when I had more of a sedentary lifestyle, where I'd, had 2.5 hours of commute time total, going to round trip work, about 2.5 hours. So I'm in the car over an hour each way to drive to work and home again, and then sat at a desk for 9 hours a day. And then I come home, eat dinner, sit to eat dinner. I was sitting more than I was moving, so that when I got up and moved around, my hips and my legs hurt so bad. But at that point, I'm pretty sure it was muscle atrophy. My muscles just weren't being used, and when I tried to move around, it was hell. And I think, that it all started with the surgery and the recovery time. and being immobilized for so long. So physically, I'm doing fabulous. Yes, I'm still in the gym 5 days a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm with a personal trainer. Wednesdays, I'm at Aqua Zumba. And then Mondays and Fridays, I go to the gym on my own. So that's what I'm getting ready to do this morning. I'm going to head to the gym, and I do 3 minutes of a cardio warm-up on the treadmill, and then I do weightlifting or body resistant type exercise, body resistance type exercises, working specific muscle groups. And then to finish up, I go back on the treadmill anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on my energy level. So, and I'm noticing that I can now do an incline on the treadmill. I'm now able to start at a higher speed and go a higher speed. I'm able to keep my heart rate above a 140 for a prolonged period. I did not used to be able to do that. No way, not even close. So I am immensely enjoying the lifestyle change. Now on to the bad. Ladies, please never, ever, ever, ever neglect your yearly visit to see your gynecologist. I beg you. If you've been following me, you know the issues I've had in the female area. I have no ovaries. Malignant masses were covering my ovaries to the point you couldn't see the ovaries anymore. And when the doctor took them out in March of 2016, he got all of the right one. The left one, the ovary, had grown fast to my bladder. It was attached to the bladder. So when he removed the mass in the ovary, he removed as much of the ovary as he could. He shaved it as close to the bladder as he could get it without puncturing my bladder. And he was hoping he got all of the blood supply. So, again, that was 3 years ago now. I haven't had any problems. Well, Mike and I were at the beach the other weekend. For about 36 to 48 hours, I started getting this horrific pain right in the area where that ovary would be. And then it went away, and I didn't think about it. Went to the gynecologist the following week, and the nurse said, "Have you been having any problems?" And I'm like, well, now that you mentioned it, out of the blue, I had this pain, but haven't had it again since. So she let the doctor know. The doctor was doing his exam, and he was examining me internally but pushing on the outside, and he pushed in that same area. My leg flew up and I almost kicked the guy in the head. And that's exactly how it happened when he found these big masses before. So long story short, we have no idea what it is. Wednesday, today's Monday, this Wednesday I have an internal ultrasound at 9:45 to see what the heck's going on. Because ovaries can regenerate, we are really hoping that that is not what has happened, and that the ovary has grown back and that there's more cancer cells in there. So I'll know, hopefully, within a few hours after the ultrasound. I guess the technician will send the report to the doctor, or else the doctor may even be in there because I'm getting it done in his facility at Hershey Medical Center. And then that same day, well, I had a mammogram the week before, and I always get a bad mammogram reading, always do, because I have very dense breast tissue. So they always get a false reading where when they take the pictures, it squeezes that dense tissue together, makes it look like a mass. They call me back in, do another one, squeezing them different ways. It's not there anymore. Again, I always get that reading, so I'm used to being called back. This one was totally different. I went for my reading, and I had a phone call the very next morning telling me that they have found on my left side what they call microcalcifications. 2 distinct areas where there are clusters of these calcifications. You can't feel them. They're as small as grains of sand. So another reason never ever to neglect getting your mammogram, because something like that you'll never feel doing your own self-exams. So anyway, they wanted to do magnified views of those 2 specific areas. So I went back up last Wednesday, and I knew it wasn't going to be, different than what I've gone through before, because they did tell me that unlike other times when I've been called up in the past, it's not just going to be pictures and I can go and they'll contact me later. I was not permitted to leave until a doctor spoke to me. So Mike and I both went. It was a little unnerving, after the pictures were taken, I had to sit and wait a little bit till the doctor reviewed everything, and then they brought my husband back. And then they took us into this room. It kind of reminds you of a scene from a movie where they bring you into the room to give you the bad news. The room is all dark, and it's all these screens on the wall with pictures of my left boob on them. And there's 2 doctors in the room. So it wasn't as bad as what I thought. We still don't have distinct answers. The one area that they were concerned about, they said, are actually oil cysts. Once they've done the magnified view, they could see that. I didn't know you could get oil cysts in your breasts, but apparently we can. Ladies, we have so much fun in that area. The other area is very suspicious. So now this Wednesday, after my ultrasound, then I have to go to the breast center at Penn State Hershey Med and get a breast biopsy done, which, I'm laying face down on a table with the left breast hanging underneath. They will compress it to take pictures and get a coordinate so they know where to put the needle in. And then I will have a titanium marker placed under my skin that will stay there permanently. In case they would have to go back in, they'll know the same coordinate to go in if they need to retrieve any more breast tissue. So I will know the results from that in about 2 business days afterward. Now I'm not getting it done till later in the day on Wednesday, so I don't know if I'll know by Friday or if it's going to be next Monday. So that's where I'm at health-wise. So all the more reason why I am pushing for me. I don't say it's a push, it's natural now, but why I would be an advocate for plant-based eating and avoiding a lot of other foods that are more detrimental to your health. I've seen the documentaries where people have cured their cancer by switching to a total plant-based diet. Like, they've cured cancer. But on the, the medical establishment wants to just send you for chemo and radiation and everything else and give you pills and tell you to continue to eat like normal, where people who have not gone through chemo, not gone through radiation, and have totally changed their diet have cured themselves. Which I did not realize until I've been doing my research, that to become a doctor, you have no nutritional education whatsoever. None. They don't teach doctors how to tell people to eat. It's crazy. So, again, I'm still doing a lot of research and learning a lot. But everything looks on the up and up, I think. Again, if I was feeling horrible, it would be different. But I'm feeling too good to turn back now. So, that's where I'm at. Still not having trouble finding foods to eat. I'm staying full. It's only difficult now trying to cook for 3 other people that don't eat the way I do. I cook for everyone, so I gotta cook one way for them and then cook another separate way for me, which gets to be a real pain in the butt. But, I'm making it work. I'm doing what I have to do. So that's my update. I will be back soon in a future video to keep you updated on more things. Oh, I didn't tell you my total inches, and this is over a week ago now. My trainer did my measurements. So after 3 weeks of seeing her, I was down 8.5 inches and down 10 pounds. I've lost a total of 15 since I've been going to the gym, because I started at the gym before I started seeing her. So just in that time period of seeing her, I lost 10, but now I'm down a total of 15. And I'm not losing a ton of weight very fast, but I'm building muscle, and the muscle weighs more than weight. Like, I'm building muscles I didn't even know I had. Just seeing how I'm increasing the weight I'm pushing at the gym, I'm feeling stronger than I've ever felt. So I was always one that thought, oh, well, diet here, diet there, lose weight fast schemes, they work, blah, blah, blah. And I never wanted to hear the only way to lose weight and make yourself look good is to make a lifestyle change and work out and exercise. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't have time for it. It's different now. Don't know why. I don't know what made that light bulb go on. It was a very quick decision. It wasn't even something I was mulling over. It just was one day I looked at Mike and said, I think I'm going to join the gym, and the next day I went. I guess maybe there's a bigger plan for me, that I'm supposed to be doing this for some other reason. I don't know. I always tend to think like that there's a reason for everything, and why this was such an easy decision this time. And I don't dread getting up and going to the gym at all. I'm loving it. I know it's different when you work. I have the freedom now to do it. I'm not tied to a job, and that does make a difference. But yeah, I'm loving this new lifestyle I've chosen. So my clothes are fitting. My old clothes are either too big or stuff that I bought and couldn't wear yet. I'm wearing, no problem at all. People were noticing how different I look. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. So I'll be back in a future video. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, and I'll see you later. Bye.